Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big run that time by Henry. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Christian McCaffrey.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
2-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got chips on 57. It's overload. Check three.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham kick him. 32 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Counter. It's Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Mahomes, they'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Burrow on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get it.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Burrow. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Jaguar pressure on a Jaguar sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now Burrow. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Made at the 38-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 38, Mahomes. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes to throw once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards to gain there, second down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That's complete, right around the 8. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Jaguars
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Just shy of midfield.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And it's 3rd down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Titans 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Slant to Adams. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
A gain of 13.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They run on 1st down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 26 yards on the play there. And it'll move the chains. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. A good pick up there of 20 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try.
Let's see what you got. Hey, 43, 15.
And they go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. He'll have a first down past the 40. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And finally brought down at the 38. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
36 yards. First down, Tennessee.
A first down carry for Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was brought down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down at near the 47.
Brought down by...
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got this down to the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12.
Behind the chain, second and 12. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
The ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Let's go one more.
McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Brandon Ayuk. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.